until we don't care about money. We're all so freaking rich, and the system doesn't break down. The difference is people go to work with the bounce in their step and a song on their lips instead of sucking lemons, okay? Stressed out. Stressed out. You hear people getting run over all the time. People are in a hurry. I got to get to work. Oh my gosh, I'm going to lose my job. I got to get to work. Everything, my life will fall apart if I don't get to work on time. Right? So they're in a hurry. So, just the other day up here in Reading, some guy on a bike, he thought he'd just jam into the intersection as soon as the light turned green, and boom, he got hit. Some woman in a truck killed the guy. And she's got to live with it. In fact, they're asking that the district attorney press charges on this woman. And I mean, she's the last person that's ever going to kill somebody on a bike again. I can assure you that. So I don't know. It's so futile for society. Let's pay millions more to put her in jail for an accident. Okay, if it had been an automobile that had run the light, or that she had hit, I mean, it wouldn't be like that. She's not on drugs or alcohol or anything. So, it was just stress. That's all I attribute it to. That's how people are. We're all stressed out. Worry about our finances. I see Alex Jones talking about this. His reporters must be stressed out. He's talking, times are tough. I mean, he just turned down. I respect Alex Jones and InfoWars immensely and all these reporters, okay? I want to make that very clear. Because he just turned down a huge sponsor, okay, because they're peddling Roundup. And his conscience, his integrity, his honor would not allow him. He believes so strongly that we shouldn't be using poison on the earth, poison like the Agent Orange, essentially, carcinogen, okay? And he's absolutely right that this product should be banned immediately. What about the runoff into well water, these glyphosates? How about into the ocean and streams and all this stuff? He's absolutely right. So I admire the heck out of him. And I hope one of these billionaires he knows, sends him whatever he needs to keep him and his crew in the black for decades to come, because we need guys like that. It's a very important job out there. Look what Julian Assange is doing. Okay, recently this DNC leak that showed that that involved that woman that was working in the campaign for Hillary. I can't remember her name right now, but purportedly this is where the leak came from, and now this guy turned up dead. And they just, it must have been a robbery gone bad. When the guy had all his stuff on him, he had his wallet and his keys and everything still with him. When he was found dead. So, no, this was likely an execution, an assassination of this guy. Okay, this is the kind of stuff they do. This is how this term Arkancide came about. Look up the term, okay? It's tied in with the Clinton cabal, okay? That's what they are. All these sycophantic minions working for them. Because, look, when you've got millions and millions of dollars, it's nothing. You know how many guys would kill for, $1,000 out there? Much less you say $100,000, this is what we're paying, okay? And, this is the way it works. And snitches get killed. That's why it's so hard for any of this stuff to get prosecuted, because there's so many death threats. I mean, if everybody's under the gun, everybody's worried, I got to save my life. I can't be the snitch. This is how, these clandestine operations thrive in perpetuity, because people are scared to come out. They don't want to die. They don't want to be murdered. And we can understand it, because Julian Assange is scared for his life, understandably. There's a lot of people who want him dead. They don't want the truth coming out. They hated Edward Snowden. They don't want people to know what the hell's going on. That really, there's a very sinister operation going on to bring down the West. They don't want the American system to work. Okay, they don't want a republic to work where everybody is represented. Okay, I'm not saying there's not drawbacks. But when I pointed out the fly in the ointment with democracy, whereby the majority 51% could vote to take the other 49%'s money, I'm not saying that the 49% should get their way either. I'm saying that everybody needs to be on the same page and be working toward the same goal in a society, in a civilization. You can't be okay with just yourself and your select few people that you say, well, in this job, yeah, these people should get ahead, but these people in these jobs, they shouldn't. You're the decider. You've got no standing. None. And this is what people have to understand. There's a lot that needs to be understood about this stuff, and I feel there's a whole lot of ignorance. There's a whole lot of confusion out there. And it's very serious stuff that we all have to, take very seriously accordingly. because it affects all of us, and it's going to affect our children and their children, and it goes on in perpetuity if we don't put our feet down, we the people, and we demand sound money. This is it. This is the whole thing, and it sounds so, oh well, that sounds so simplistic, and sound money. I mean, come on, unsound money. What's that? It's just, these words they're just words unless you look them up in a dictionary. It means stable money, stable. That's what we want, and that's what is an anathema to the establishment. Okay, and a lot of people working in the establishment, they don't understand this. They just don't get it. They say, look, my numbers keep going up. I'm getting cost of living adjustments. I'm getting paid plenty. I'm making plenty of numbers, and it's your problem. So you're buying into the whole social Darwinian economic system, which is dog eat dog, rat race, cutthroat. That's what it is. It's evil. And so you've bought into that side of this issue. The only other choice is to buy into the side of the idealist, one that says, look, we don't stop until we are free. That's we the people. Not we, some of the people, but we, all the people, must be free. And exactly what does that mean, to be free? Well, like the Bible says, the captives will be set free. We've got to be free from the money masters. This is how we're being controlled, through the monetary system. Who can deny it plays a huge part in everything we think, say, and do, and it ought not to be that way. It should not demand so much of our attention and our affection and our reverence, okay? It ought not to be this way, but yet look how it is. Donald Trump's the Second Amendment people, you might have something to say about Hillary stealing the election like she stole from Bernie Sanders, okay? The media they're culpable. They're complicit in this whole thing, too. But what he was saying, okay, all you dummies out there that don't understand instantly what he said he's trying to rally support because this is one issue that's near and dear to a lot of people. The Second Amendment people get out en masse and vote for him, okay? That's all he was saying. So don't make it like he made some kind of death threat, because Hillary's actually made open threats against Obama even, who's backing her for God knows what reason. So essentially what that banking bailout in 2008, that was a takeover. And what they did essentially, they privatized all the profits they made through ill-gotten gain. Okay, this is what it was. It was just criminal behavior, and they socialized the debts. And what does that equal? Privatized profits but socialized debts equal mega tyranny. It's fascism. The merger of corporate private interests with governmental interests. Supposed to be we the people. Is it anymore, or is it just the politicians and bureaucrats? It's fascism as privatized profit and socialized debt. It's as simple as that. These polls that have been coming out are as crooked as the day is long. Okay, it's very well documented now that they are selecting Democratic people to poll, okay? And there's no oversight, there's no accountability here. These people are lying. This is how they can steal elections, by skewing the polls, because people say they don't bother to vote. Oh, well, Trump's going to lose, so the supporters won't even vote, and it gets more people, those people that, hey, they just want to follow the bandwagon, and Hillary's popular, so I'm going to vote for Hillary. So the votes, this polling is a huge way that they're skewing these these elections, and how they're stealing stuff. This is how they stole from Bernie. This is what they're doing. And even with Bernie, it was much closer. But so this is why they needed these other people in there to really favor Hillary at the grassroots level. And this is what the media, they're very complicit and culpable in this. And they're a bunch of liars. We've all got to understand, deceivers. They know right from wrong, but they choose wrong. They weren't taught ethics in high school, in grade school. Okay, and now look, in higher education they weren't, so they've abandoned. They say, "Oh, I'm just not religious like you because you believe in ethics and morals and stuff and conscience." No, don't give me your religious drivel. No. I believe in the establishment. This is what I have faith in. It's working for me, so I'm voting for the establishment. I'm on Hillary's side because she's establishment, New World Order cabal. Well, you see what you get down the line if this does come to be. You know, when I see the people that don't support Trump, and I think these are the people I can't state, I abhor the things they say, the things they do, you know, what their beliefs are. I cannot stand their belief system. That's what it is. The individual, they could be forgiven if they repent. But if they're just deceivers, they're probably on their way to hell. Okay, I'm not their judge. I'm not going to condemn anybody, but because I don't know who's deceived. We don't have the wherewithal. Who's a deceiver. Okay, but when I look at the establishmentarians that don't like him, Michael Chertoff, Michael Hayden, okay, these people repulse me. Okay, and these are the people that don't like him. Good. David Gergen, okay, and the list goes on. These people that are just vomitable types. I can't stand them. And so, yes, I think Donald Trump's a real deal. He wants prosperity for the American people, not some of the people, for all of the people. He gets it. He gets it. The system could still work, so why not let it work? If everybody's making $100,000 a year, everybody's rich, okay, and the system still works, why shouldn't we have that reality? We should. That's setting the captives free, where we don't care about money. It's not that